All right, welcome back, and let's welcome in our boss, the CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger. Mr. Iger, when the boss stops by, people always say it's important to look very busy. Unfortunately, our job is to sit on the couch and watch football. So I guess my question is, how are we doing?
Considering the fact that you're sitting on couches and watching football, you're doing all right. You know, there's a lot more energy here at Lambeau Field, though.
I believe that. Bob, you're not only our boss, you're also a huge Green Bay Packer fan, a Green Bay Packers shareholder. In fact, you're at the game tonight, like you said. What's the atmosphere like so far tonight at Lambeau?
You know, both you guys played here, always electric, particularly on a Monday night, full crowd, good temperature, not too cold. Place is fired up and a great matchup.
Fumbled snap there. They got it back. That's like one of my first plays there. Bob, you were born in New York City, went to high school in Long Island, college in upstate New York. Tell us, how do you end up being a Green Bay Packers fan?
Very quickly, 1960, Packers playing the Eagles in the then NFL championship. My dad went to the University of Pennsylvania with Chuck Bednarik, who played both ways for the Eagles in that game. And so he said he'd root for the Eagles. I decided, well, I'll root for the Packers. Packers lost that game, but it was the beginning of the Vince Lombardi era, and I've been a Packer fan for 65 years, since 1960.
Love that. Chuck Bednarik. 60-minute man. That's a great story there.
Yeah. Concrete Chuck, they called him.
That's it.
Concrete Chuck.
All right, 3rd and 13 here. Eli, with Fangio, with Vic Fangio as a D coordinator, I talked to Jordan Love, Bob. He says you really can't tell what the defense is going to be until the ball is snapped. So there's a pre-snap read, but the post-snap read versus the Eagles is the most important thing because the Eagles change the defense once the ball is snapped. And so that's the main thing for Jordan. Get this snap off before the play clock here.
Hey, they're one of the best 3rd and long teams. I think Jordan can run and do that a little bit, but also he's got the strong arm, but he'll also kind of throw it underneath and let those receivers run and get first downs. They're not scared to do that. So it'll be interesting right here in this 4th down call. But I'll take us through the 2nd quarter here. Mr. Iger, stay with us. Let's see some more action here.
All right, 4th and 1, Bob. Your Packers are going to go for it here. What do you like? You like throwing it, or you like running the quarterback sneak with Jordan Love?
I say he runs it. They had a bit of a tush push before. I was surprised at that. It was actually a one-cheek push, maybe a cheek push. I say they're going to try that again.
That's just the old quarterback sneak. You're allowed to, just the quarterback sneak, right?
It's interesting, Eli, Bob, because the Packers have tried to ban the tush push, yet they sort of ran a version of it a minute ago. So until it's banned, they're gonna use it. I like quarterback sneak as well.
There it is.
That left guard is early. He is so early, and
they called it.
They finally
called it this time.
Bob, I don't know if you can see early on. I mean, both the Eagles did it too. The offensive linemen were leaving before the center was snapping it. They called it in this one. I imagine they punted here at 4th and 6. Wouldn't you think, Eli?
Yeah. They got to punt it now. 4th and 6 on your 40-yard line. Yeah. That's what you hate. You hate that as a coach. Just false starts. 4th and 1. We got the first down. You just lost the possession basically right there.
Hey, Bob.
I think you hate it as a fan too, by the way.
Yeah.
Bob, I'm not trying to make you choose between people who have worked hard for you for 5 years and people who showed up 5 weeks ago, but your new employee, Charles Barkley, is trying to set up an Olympic-style competition. Shaq and Kenny Smith versus me and Eli. My question, Bob, assuming the competition is not basketball or football, who do you have winning this matchup?
With no idea what it is it figure skating or badminton? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd have to go with I'll go with the Manning brothers.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Good answer.
All right. Yeah, I think like dancing, maybe karaoke. We got a lot of stuff to do.
Possibly.
Bob,
I know you guys would be good at throwing the javelin, right? Two quarterbacks,
Yes,
figure,
should be.
something that
Maybe.
involves throwing.
Lamar Luttrell over here. He's the next Lamar Luttrell.
Bob, Eli's going to try to be nice to you tonight, but I want to bring up that he beat your Packers twice in the playoffs at Lambeau, once against Favre, once against Rodgers. Please keep in mind when Eli is asking you nice questions and smiling, Bob, what do you remember about those games?
Well, it's hard for me to even talk about them. The first game was what I call the second Ice Bowl here at Lambeau. The first one was in the Bart Starr era. That was a cold game, Eli, and you won that game in overtime. My recollection is that Brett Favre threw an interception in overtime, and it was the last pass that he threw for the Packers. Last game, last throw. That was painful.
Right.
Then the next one was, I don't know, 2011, 2012. And that was, you threw a Hail Mary to Hakeem Nicks right at the end of the first half. I remember that well. Both times you went on to win the Super Bowl, though.
You remember this better than I do. So there it is. There's Hakeem Nicks.
Oof,
All right, that was a
painful.
good team. They were 15-1 that year. It was caught you,
lucky,
at the
though.
right time. Right off the, it was the second. There was the second of the helmet catch. You know, we perfected the helmet catch. You know, Mario Manning hand right there in the back of the end zone. You know, Bob, a lot of people don't know this, but you know, in that first game in 2008, Tom Coughlin's face was obviously so red and cold. It looks like it was frozen, and that's really what inspired the hugely popular Disney franchise, Frozen. You know, just a few years later. So I remember just, you know, coming off the sideline, I have a bad play, and coach would just say, let it go, let it go. And, you know, that was, there we go.
And you had a degree in revisionist history? I can't remember, Eli. What was your college degree in?
Something like that.
He doesn't know.
There
that.
you go. It's freezing here tonight, but not that cold.
All right, 3rd and 14. That's the down and distance that the Packers want to get.
We're running it. Interesting.
Yeah. Kind of I don't want to call it a give-up call, but that's kind of a, hey, we were bad on 1st and 2nd down. We're going to take our medicine. We're gonna punt and just take our medicine and play the next series.
Peyton, I thought there'd be a little bit more offense in this game today. It's kind of a defensive battle to start things off so far.
The offense is going to
Green Bay's
start.
had
We're going to
maybe
let Bob,
one first down, right?
I think one
we're
first
going to let
down.
Bob get back to his seats, and now the offense is going to start, and the fun's going to start. So, Bob, thank you so much for coming on. Get back to the game and enjoy it. We really appreciate your support, and thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much, guys. Nice to be with you.
All right,
Thank you,
enjoy.
Bob.
Pull those Packers through.